Hey Amanda. Okay, so we're gonna get your reading started. I apologize again for the lateness. My day job is kicking my ass this last couple of days, so I wasn't able to get to it exactly when I wanted to, but we're gonna get into it now. So it is a 21 card spread, and it's just going to cover, personality, self-improvement, family, home, romance, money, work, your life purpose, pretty much everything. And so there's 3 cards for each of the categories. And so I want to look at that as like content, like a current situation, where to focus your energy, and then the outcome of putting your energy in that space. Okay. So that's kind of how I'm gonna guide it along here. So I'm just gonna kind of get the shuffle. Okay. Spirit, we have Amanda here today, and I'm asking if you can please use me as a clear channel for her reading. Let me make sure that all of the messages that come out are divinely guided by you and perfectly communicated to her through me. Spirit, as always, we thank you for your wisdom, your passion, and your guidance. Okay. One thing about Amanda's personality. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Nice. Okay. Please, Spirit. This family and home. This family and home work right now. For Amanda. This family and home work right now for Amanda. We got her romance. Romance right now for Amanda. Romance right now for Amanda, please, Spirit. There's a message for romance for Amanda right now. Okay. 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 What's her money situation like right now? What's Amanda's money situation like right now? So what is Amanda's money situation right now? Okay. What is the outcome? Who's clarified? Amanda's life purpose. Okay. Oh, very nice. Okay. And any Any extra messages that you have for us, Spirit? Any extra messages that you have for us here? Oof. Okay. Any extra messages that you have here for Amanda, please, Spirit? What is this? Perfect. All right, Amanda, bear with me here. We got a long message. First thing I'm looking at, just kind of seeing here with all these cards out here, you have a lot of pentacles. That's, you know, your work life, the coins, girl. It seems like you are really about your money, hard working. So let's kind of move through this overall and see what we got going here, okay? See if we can't get you some advice going. And yeah. So the first card out here you have for your overall personality, look, you know, we have content, where to focus, and outcome, right? So for your overall personality right now, you got the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is, it's a card about getting ready to make your next move, right? It's what's next, checking on your progress. You see the guy in the card, like he tended to his garden, he did really well with everything, and now he wants to know what's coming next for him. You know, you could be in a very introspective time right now. You want to take a reality check on your progress, where you've been going so far. Could be with a career move, just because you have pretty much pentacles coming across here. And so it could very well just be, you know, your money, your stability, where you stand in life, your grounding energy, right? Because when we talk about pentacles, we're talking about earth energy. We're talking about how well you're grounding yourself, your safety, and your security here. So overall right now, it's kind of asking you to just kind of take a break, look at everything that you've done so far, and, you know, see if the road that you're on is currently the road that you want to stay on, or if it's something that you may want to take it in another direction. So where to focus your energy right now to kind of figure out your next move, trying to figure out maybe, you know, like I said, maybe your next career move, maybe a business, maybe where you're going to take your money situation. Overall, where to focus, you got the Hierophant card. And so the Hierophant card talks about, it's a very spiritual person. It's somebody who goes in tradition. He's a mentor for people. And so if you're, you know, like I said, if you are feeling right now, you know, like you're trying to figure out where to go next, I think that right now you're being guided to ask somebody who's in your trade, ask somebody who you admire. It could be an older figure, or it could just be somebody who's been doing what you do for a long time, or somebody who does what you're thinking about doing, to kind of reach out for them, ask them for advice, and kind of see where they took their stuff, and let them mentor you right now, right? Because then the overall outcome of that, you got the Eight of Pentacles, another one about the money. This is why I'm thinking it may be overall right now, you may be very career focused. And so the Eight of Pentacles talks about, you know, really just getting on with it, right? It talks about putting all of your energy into getting the job done, you know, and just really being on top of your game, you know. It could be that, you know, you want to start training for a new skill, or just widening your knowledge, right? Which is kind of here, like if you want to widen your knowledge on something, you definitely want to look to somebody who is in your field of work, or who does what you do, or even just like I said, somebody that you admire right now. So it's kind of like a good time for right now. I feel like you've put a lot of work into what you do. You put a lot of work, you know, planning and thinking about it, and now it's kind of time to maybe take a step back, figure out what you really want to do, where you want to move from here, you know, and then reach out to somebody and make sure that, you know, they're crafted in it, somebody that you look up to, and then let them help you, right? Because then, you know, you let that come, and then, you know, it results in you widening your knowledge and just, you know, kind of getting out of the mundane, getting out of that everyday routine that you may be getting tired of, and kind of trying to figure out a way to make what you really want to do more exciting for you, you know, by kind of looking to a person who's more well versed in what you do right now. Okay. So for your self-improvement, here we're just going to kind of move through it, and then I'm just going to give you the messages individually between these three cards, right? And try to tie it all up at the end. It's a big message here. So in the section for your self-improvement here, the first card that you got, which could very well be your current situation or something that you have been kind of challenged with, you got the Eight of Cups. And so the Eight of Cups kind of talks about imbalance. If you see on the cards there, there's 8 cups there. And, you know, you could very easily be stacking up those 8 cups with 4 and 4. But instead it's 5 and 3, which talks about, you know, that imbalance, like things just aren't really making sense right now. You know, you may be thinking about changing your direction. You may be thinking about leaving behind a difficult situation because of how imbalanced it is right now. You know, it could be in a relationship, in a job, or just a place, there's just something off right now, and you may get like a gut feeling about it. You may just be feeling like something isn't matching up right now, and you're really thinking about walking away from that. And you know, the Eight of Pentacles, I mean, if you see the guy in the card, he made that decision to walk away. You know, he's not so happy about it. There may have been some secrets going on. There may have just been some things, because you got the moon up there, and the moon usually represents all that we can't see right now, right? But see, forward and from him, he has mountains. You know, he's kind of just making that final choice. You know what? This is not for me anymore. I don't want to keep on this path, whether it's, like I said, whether it's with career, with the love interest, with the love or relationship, anything in your life that's no longer serving you. This card really represents walking away from that and moving forward, looking to something better, something that's going to help you feel a little bit more balanced, right? So where to focus your energy, kind of how to get you out of this energy of feeling imbalanced. You got the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands energy talks about standing strong through adversity. It talks about setbacks, like we have here, you know, setbacks. Like I said, it could be an imbalanced situation. So it talks about you suffering setbacks, but it also really talks about standing strong through them, right? It really kind of highlights that you have this inner strength inside of you. You know, you, like I said, all over here, you definitely, for your overall energy, you have a very grounded energy. You know what you want in life, or you have a very good idea of it. You are independent, I'm getting. You know, so now may just be the time that just, you know, it is a really big time for a lot of people to walk away from things that just aren't serving them anymore. And so for your self-improvement, you really want to make sure that you're taking stock of anything that just doesn't feel right anymore, and making sure that you find that strength inside of you to just move right away from it, right? And so the outcome of, you know, just kind of standing strong and making sure that you're doing that, making sure that you're doing the things for yourself, and, you know, kind of really looking any of your troubles right in the face, and moving away from it, standing strong, and maybe even alone for a little while. You have the Judgment card as the outcome of doing that. And so that is really just a leveling up, right? The Judgment card talks about you know, just embracing your higher self, making a big choice, using your intellect and your intuition. It's a time where you're going to be learning about your past, learning from your past, you know, and just really rising up, like I said. So, I mean, it's good. I think it's really good to start with this card, and then, you know, do some work, and then you end up over here with this card where it's like, you know, victory is yours, right? Like you're sharing your stories, you're taking stock of everything that happened to you, and you're really learning from this situation here. So nothing is ever in vain, right? If we learn from it, I think that it's a really good way to grow, right? I mean, things are going to happen. Things are going to get rough for us every now and then. We're not always going to feel our 100%. We're going to have our struggles, but you know, like I said, if you stand strong here, and this card also really represents knowing that it's temporary. Like, you just know inside of you that the struggle isn't going to last forever. So you're okay right now with like standing strong, and just kind of doing what you got to do for yourself to move forward with that, right? Okay, moving right along into the family and home. So for the overall content right now in your family and home, you got the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles, remind you, this is all energy, right? We're talking about energy here. So this could represent your energy or the energy of someone around you. So this guy's a little stubborn. He's all about his money too, but that's really all that he's about. He's very materialistic. He's a little mean. I'm not gonna lie. He's kind of possessive. He's kind of a control freak. And so this, like I said, this could be your energy, or this could be somebody around you in your family, or somebody in your home with you. He kind of just, like I said, he's very materialistic. He kind of tends to hold on to things a little bit harder than he should. And it ends up being into his detriment. And so it's saying now that, if you find yourself in an uncontrollable situation, or if you have somebody with this energy around you, you want to make sure that you're structuring yourself, you're organizing yourself, and that you're being realistic. You want to make sure, like, if this is somebody around you who may have control issues in a relationship, or even if you have control issues within a relationship, you want to really learn to just accept right now that it's normally when we're holding on to things too tight that we cannot change, right? Like, sometimes you just got to let go. You got to address any emotional insecurity you might have, or any insecurity about financials, or about where you're moving next in your life. And you really want to address those things so that you can move forward with them. So where to focus your energy right now in order to kind of help out with this situation that you got going here. You got the Queen of Pentacles. And so the Queen of Pentacles asks you to take a more realistic view of life. She has a genuine desire to help other people. She's very creative. She's very resourceful. Which, you have this up here, right? Like, this indicated, like, you are a very hard worker. You take a lot of pride in what you do. And so getting into this energy, and like I said, whether this is your energy here, where it's like that mean, possessive, kind of stubborn energy, or if you are dealing with somebody like this right now in your family, in order to face that, and where you want to focus your energy instead is this energy right here, where it's your sense of security. It's how connected you are to the world. This lady is there for everyone. She's reliable. She loves her family. She loves her home. And she's willing to do anything for anyone without any kind of fuss. And so if you use that energy to either get yourself out of this, or to kind of almost combat a person here, which I get, I'm not getting that this is your energy. Especially because you also had the Queen of Cups that kind of fell out with this mean kind of possessive energy. And the Queen of Cups, again, is a very strong, beautiful, feminine energy. And it's emotions, right? It's somebody who is completely in touch with her emotions. She rules a lot of different situations with her emotions. But she's in control of them, right? People look to her, people rely on her, okay? And so I definitely think here, if you have somebody who, like I said, is holds on to things, or is a little bit controlling, maybe hold things over your heads, or other people in your family like that, you definitely either want to look to somebody to help you out here, or you want to get in this energy yourself. It's saying to look inside and find your more nurturing side, how do you care for other people? Have you been developing your creative talents? Are you reliable? Are you loyal? And really just kind of getting into that very grounded, reliable, stable energy in order to combat this. Okay. And so the end result of that would definitely be, just kind of moving away from whatever blockage this person is causing. You got the Two of Swords here, and the Two of Swords energy really kind of talks about, it kind of highlights a situation, where you may be putting up barriers. You may feel like you can't really make a choice right now. You may be blind to a truth that's going on right now with you. I'm kind of getting here, if this person is in your life here, if you have somebody who is controlling or possessive, um, you know, it could very well be that it's putting you in this energy. You may not want to see this person for who they really are. And so you're being asked now, you're being called to kind of, you know, really sit down and get in touch with your emotions, um, and move more into this, right? Move more into just that, or look to somebody to kind of help you out there. Maybe an older mother figure, somebody who's very maternal, somebody who can kind of help you move away from the energy that this person brings out in you, or just really, really opening up, right? Because, like I said, up here, it seems like you have some good ideas. It seems like you have some creativity going on inside of you, or you want to move forward in your career. You want to do things, but then it's like you have this energy looming over you that's like, you know, somebody who's just really not so good for your growth. And you may, like I said, you may not want to see them for who they are. And so in order to move into this energy with the Queen of Pentacles, you know, just this really beautiful, stable person who knows what they want and is able to kind of get it and help other people get it as well. Somebody who is, you know, like I said, reliable. Everybody kind of looks to her. You know, she's really figured out her shit, right? Like, she's super on top of it, and you know, she makes other people feel secure. So like I said, if this could either be you, or you can have somebody in your life who makes you feel this way, and you want to kind of reach out to them, right? They may be helping you out with the situation. They may be able to offer you some insight and kind of get you away from this one into a situation that's a little bit more stable and secure for you. So that is your family and home over here. Moving right over, we have your romance. So the first card that popped out for your romance, maybe a current situation that's going on right now, is the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, it talks about dishonesty, right? It talks about running away from the truth, keeping something to yourself, or just not wanting to face up to the music. So this guy is a very sneaky guy. It's a sneaky energy. And so, you know, it's like he kind of does little things. He's a little bit manipulative, and he doesn't always really want to admit that he's doing it. He thinks he's going to get away with things. And so if you have someone in your life like that right now, or if you are indeed embarking on something with someone, or you already have a relationship with someone, and, you know, you're kind of avoiding things about them, or you know, you get a feeling that maybe there's some dishonesty there or some secretive, you know, you're definitely right now being called to really like up your self-confidence, you know, kind of put yourself more out there, without any fear or guilt, you know, kind of like facing up to what's really going on here. Because yeah, you have yeah, this is a lot of, so you got a lot of energy here in the love section. This one popped out on the bottom of the deck a lot. So this is like a heartbreak situation. This could be a third party situation, infidelity. But it talks about just like this one, it's kind of talking about betrayal. A betrayal that led to a heartbreak for you. And then, you know, you have these wands cards. It could be a fire sign, perhaps. It could be a fire or air sign. Definitely doesn't have to be, but that's kind of some of the energy that comes out with these. So yeah, I mean, the Six of Wands here kind of talks about, you know, it could talk about being too proud to admit the truth. It can kind of talk about maybe like just not really being completely centered in yourself, and just kind of, you know, a lot of pride, right? Like the Six of Wands is like a very prideful card. And then you got the Page of Wands here, and the Page of Wands talks about new insight in a situation. And again, just like the cards that you had up here, willing to go in a new direction, taking a chance, right? And so if there's a situation right now with some heartache going on in your love life, or if you feel, or somebody about you feels that, you know, you're not an honest person, or you feel like there's somebody around you that is like bringing you heartbreak, or that may be lying to you, you know, because then you have here, you also have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands just really talks about being challenged by someone, somebody maybe wanting to come in and take your place, and it kind of just comes out of nowhere, right? And so if you've been dealing with that kind of chaos, right, in your situation, you know, it kind of talks about in this situation, kind of like finding yourself again, setting off on something new, being willing to walk away from what's not serving you, you know, really deciding that this isn't something for you and getting yourself a little bit more stable. And then, you know, new energy coming in because of that. You know, it indicates that you could have new opportunities for love. Or you can also just be concentrating on a relationship issue and you have new insight into the relationship. Because with the Page of Wands here, it could be somebody coming in to give you a message. Now, whether that message is a positive one or what can be seen as a negative one, regardless, it gives you clarity. You know, because the Page of Wands is somebody who's a little bit more grounded. He has a lot of like self-confidence and he wants you to be successful. It's like a very successful energy. So I'm getting the feeling here that maybe you're going to hear something. Maybe somebody will come in and tell you something about a relationship that you've kind of been feeling like something is a little bit off about. You know, and it's like kind of keeping yourself open to those messages, you know, like I said, because even over here you have this like that you're being blinded to the truth in like a family situation, and so over here it kind of seems like that's carrying over a little bit, so just kind of be on the lookout for that, I would say. You know, just kind of making sure here too, you see like this guy is kind of like he has a bunch of people coming at him and he's trying to fight them all off, right? And so, you know, if this is resonating with you, if this is a situation that you may like find yourself in, you know, it's kind of just telling you that, you know, just kind of stay optimistic, right, about the situation. Get out there, enjoy yourself, you know, focus on your money, focus on having fun, and just really kind of like making plans for your future. You know, and getting ideas on how to keep things alive. Now, whether that's in like your relationship, whether that's in your career, or just in your life in general, you definitely want to make sure, you know, that anything that you have going on currently, that you're focusing on a more lighthearted side of all of this. Or somebody might be coming in to kind of help you remember and kind of fight off all this like sneaky, kind of manipulative, very combative, fighting energy, and kind of help you out here, okay? Okay, so then for your money situation here, so you have your current situation as the Queen of Wands. You got a lot of Queen cards, so I really think that you either have this really great energy of just somebody who is stable and confident, creative, or you have somebody around you, you know, who can help you with that, right? So like for your money situation, the Queen of Wands, it could, you know, the Wands cards could talk about new ventures, just like the Pentacles, you know, it could talk about new ideas in your creativity, right? So the Queen of Wands energy is very like you are here, like you've arrived, you're going to see all of your creative visions coming to life. You engage with others really well, you're very bold, right? And so it's also telling you to just kind of like enjoy the spotlight right now, you know, like look at both sides of yourself, be proud of where you are, and think about everywhere that you have yet to go, and just being, you know, being good in that energy, you know. You know, you have that confidence, you've put in the work, you're doing a lot of things, you know, to kind of grow yourself and put yourself out there, and like it's paying off, right? So then you have, for where to focus your energy, you have the Devil rooted down by the Sun. So, if you're in a situation right now where you are kind of feeling as though, you know, you're kind of letting your shadow side take over, you may be fighting with some inner demons or anything like that, you know, I see an end to that very soon, or if not already, or like you were in this, or if you're in this now, because it's like the devil, right? The devil talks about our inner demons. It talks about kind of like letting our negativity take over. But then right on top of that, you have the Sun. And the Sun is an absolutely beautiful card, right? It is success. It's abundance. It's it's, that radiant energy follows you wherever your situations are improving, and you have confidence and enthusiasm just radiating out of you, helping you with your situations here. And so, I really, really get the energy here. Yeah, because then for, the outcome of kind of just fighting your inner demons and just kind of, looking at the bright side of things, realizing how powerful you are and how much you have coming to you, it's like almost like you kind of get to take a little break after that. Because it talks this too about like you're in an energy of just preparing for your future, right? With the Four of Swords here. So it's kind of temporarily going inside of yourself and really addressing your fears, right? The fears that kind of come out with the Devil card. Addressing what's bothering you, addressing anything that kind of, has been weighing down on you, and really just taking it easy right now, finding your own space so that you could really see, where you want to go, and what you want to do. As far as for your next move. So it's encouraging you right now not to rush into anything, right? And it kind of talked about that up here too. This was also a card all the way up here at the beginning of your reading. This card also talks about that. You've put in a lot of work in some situations. I get career, and so I kind of get that right now is a time that you really want to focus on what you're going to do next. You probably have ideas, you probably have things, right? So you got a lot of things going on here with your money, and you got, like I said, a lot of Queen cards. So it's like, I think that you either have a very strong female figure around you, and you can definitely pick their brain and kind of use them to help you move forward, if it's someone that you look up to, so that's good. And then, so over here for your life purpose, beautiful, beautiful energy here. First off, for your overall kind of in the situation, the overall energy, you have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is ready, right? He has gotten a bunch of wisdom. He researched. He did everything that he had to do, and now he's ready for the next step, right? And so, he's ready, right? He's ready for the next situation. He has a lot of foresight and logic. He is willing to communicate his ideas, and now he's just ready. He's ready for any challenge. And he is very honest about what he needs and what he desires in life. And so this card is like asking you for your life purpose, like, how are you facing your challenges, right? Like, obviously things come up in life. We have all of this energy out here. We have people who come in and try to take things from us. We have, energy of just, kind of keeping ourselves in these prisons, or just kind of not really looking at situations for what they really are. But this guy is like an indication of like, no, you're ready. Like whatever you're afraid of, whatever you think is going to come up and challenge you right now, you're definitely standing strong and you're ready to take it all. And so, it's telling you to just kind of keep awake. Keep your eyes open, see the truth. You have this one, so see, it's like the exact opposite energy, right? This one's saying that you're blind to the truth, and then this one is encouraging you to open up your eyes and see the truth, or that you're going to be ready to do that very, very soon. It's just about being honest with yourself, and to kind of focus your energy on that. And how to kind of get there, you got the Strength card, Leo energy, fire, passion, and just strength, right? Overall, exactly what it says, the Strength card. So how you open yourself up to the truth, how you get ready for this next venture, is by tapping into your inner strength, combating your demons, killing everything inside of you that says that you can't do it, or the people in your life that are mean and possessive and try to hold you back. Just really getting away from that energy and looking to inside of yourself for your determination and finding your power, giving up all of your control and just letting things flow naturally, right? Now is really the time to go in yourself and tame your emotions. If something is firing you up here, you want to be absolute sure that you're approaching situations from a place of compassion, that you're forgiving a little bit more easier. You're not in like a pop-off mode, right? Like you don't want to, you know, you don't want to exude that energy out into the universe, right? Like if you're focusing on things, and if you're wanting to move forward in your career and you're getting distractions, it's like, this is part of life, right? It doesn't it doesn't always call for your reaction, or for a reaction that is anything less than noble and just mature from you, right? And so by focusing your energy, and by, you know, getting into this very strong, like I said, fiery, passionate, inner strength energy, you get the star from it. That's the result of that. The star is absolute loving energy. It's being divinely guided. It's saying that no matter what you're going through, you're going to face renewed hope. And it's just really building yourself up after destruction. So, like I said, if you have a chaotic situation, if you have something going on here that is challenging you, it's like you go inside yourself, you find your inner strength, you realize that you are that bitch, right? Like like this is like your bad bitch energy, right? So it's like you find that inside of you, because look at over here on this situation, you also got the Empress card. The Empress talks about birth. It talks about renewal, just like the Star card. It talks about new ideas. It could also talk about pregnancy. So I always just give that little disclaimer, right? Like if you ain't trying to get pregnant, just watch yourself, right? No, but the Empress also, like I said, it talks about, you know, birthing new ideas. It talks about just that badass feminine energy. You know, she knows what she wants in life, and she goes for it, and she's completely unapologetic about it, and she stands in her power no matter what she's facing, right? Good. So this right here, your work and your life purpose. Very, very beautiful energy. I feel like you are somebody who is willing and ready to face any challenges, and you have a lot of power in you. Like I said, pretty much going around this whole thing, on the outside skirts of it, you have a lot of queen energy, a lot of very strong feminine energy. So you either have some really badass women surrounding you, or you are just a badass within your own right, and you have to own that shit now, girl. You are being totally asked to just cut out anything that's keeping you controlled or down. You have to open up your eyes to these situations and just carry on with your bad self, right? That's that's definitely the energy that I'm getting here, okay? Great. So finally, just I asked for some messages to close this out. Anything miscellaneous, anything that the spirit wants to tell you. First card out here, you had the Lovers. So the Lovers talks about many things. First indication that people usually get from the Lovers is the literal meaning, right? Being in alignment, love, your relationships, open communication, raw honesty. You know, just finding like that perfect mate, right? It's a card that represents Gemini. You know, so, but on the other side of it, and how I think that it goes along with this reading, because most of the cards have dual meanings, it also talks about your choices, right? Who do you want to be right now, Amanda? What will you and won't you stand for? How do you face challenges that come to you? And how clear are you about staying true to yourself and about your personal values, right? This whole reading, like I said, it did talk a lot about, you know, there's definitely an energy here, and it's right in the middle. So it's kind of like in you, right? Like there's this energy kind of surrounding you right now, or you could just have people that just really aren't for your own good. And so extra messages here is like just kind of spirit asking you to really look at anything and everything that is not serving you, and just realize and start putting your foot down and realizing what's just not working for you anymore. There could very well be something that is just not working. There are people around you that could just not really have your totally best interest at heart, right? They're sneaky, they're controlling, they're not doing what's best for you, and it's going to be to your detriment. It's going to be having you focus so much on your broken heart that you're not focused on what you have to do to move yourself forward. You also got the Page of Pentacles for that extra message from the universe, and this is, again, You want to be prosperous. You're a diligent person. You need to start setting the wheels in motion, focusing on your progress, looking for windows of opportunity right now, and just know that you have it in you to get these wheels going, right? And then finally, to just wrap it all up in kind of that final, like, that final nail in the coffin, I guess you can say here, you got the Three of Pentacles, which just really ties up this overall message. These three cards go perfectly together. So you have the Lovers that talk about getting your values straight, knowing what you want, making a choice for your life. The Page of Pentacles is just, you know, that diligent, hardworking person taking a practical approach, knowing what's holding him back and trying to move forward from that. And then to wrap it all in, this Three of Pentacles right here, which is talking about your plans being underway, thinking of more opportunities to expand your current strategy, expand your creativity, expand your learning right now, right? Looking to somebody, this energy right here, this Hierophant, someone who's above you, someone that you look up to, somebody that can mentor you, and just opening yourself up to those opportunities to learn and to grow, okay? Right now is a very, very good time for you to put your plans into action. This card talks possibly about some travel, you know, overall looking forward to your future. I get an energy here that you are really trying to embark on something, most likely career-wise, just because of all of this Wands and Pentacles energy that we have here. Talking the Wands is like your creativity, and then the Pentacles is like your grounding, right? Your coins. And so coming out of anything, once again, that does not serve you, standing strong in your power, knowing that you may have to stand alone. You may have to walk away from certain things, right? Walking away, standing alone. But when you stand alone, you find out who you are. You find out what is in your power. You find out just how strong you can be. And you're a strong ass woman. I have that all right here. You have a lot of strength inside of you. You have the Devil right on top of the Sun. You have the ability to conquer everything that is weighing you down right now. So just make sure that you are doing it. Do not be afraid to ask for help. Someone has been through what you've been through before, right? We're never alone in this world. We have to face our challenges, and we have to overcome them. Like, let me rephrase that. You have to overall overcome your challenges by yourself, but you don't need to face them alone, right? You can look to people older than you. You can look to people who may have been through it. I mean, you can have people your age who have just been through it and who have found themselves out of situations right now that may be going on, and they can help you. Right? Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to ask for guidance. The Empress energy is also like, right, our higher selves. Don't be afraid to tap into whatever higher power it is that you find strength in, and get yourself through this, and so that you can really focus on the next step of what you're trying to do here in your life. I think that you have a lot of people around you that can help. You have a lot of good resources, and you probably have a very solid plan on what you want to do, okay? So it's looking great. This was a lot, I know. I hope you just take it all in. I think, like I said, overall, I get a really beautiful energy surrounding you, and whether that's in yourself, through other people, or both, either way, you're protected. You're divinely guided. You're protected. You have very, very strong female energy around you, and it's looking really great. Okay, Amanda? So thank you so much. Thank you for reaching out. I hope that this helped a little bit. You need anything else, just let me know. Reach out. It's looking pretty good, okay? Thank you so much. Blessings to you.